For my 21st century content map, I picked a problem that was dealing with problem solving. I feel like this is a topic that is talked about a lot in different professional development meetings, and it's also a topic that all teachers are striving to find. What is the perfect problem solving method for their students to use? We've all spent time in different professional developments that show us some type of problem-solving model. For instance, this one on your screen, the 9 problem-solving strategies. I've seen things similar to this, and the first thing that I notice as an adult is it's very overwhelming. It's big. There's lots to it, and it almost reads like check marks. Like you do step 1, check, step 2, check, step 3, check. And what I've noticed is that while these are great for some students, for other students, what if the problem doesn't fit into these strategies? What if these strategies don't work? They're a little lost as to what to do because they can't check that they did step 1 or check that they did step 2. So therefore, I decided I really want to look at problem solving in a different sense. I want to focus on problem solving in making connections, having students make the connections of what they are learning in any classroom, and it doesn't have to just be math. But what are students learning, and how can they make the connection of what the problem is asking to finding a solution? How can they make a connection of, I think in this problem, maybe making a table will be the most helpful to me. Or this problem reminds me of something I've seen in another class, and I used this strategy to help. So instead of looking at problem solving and just isolating it to a math classroom, how can we look at problem solving and showing kids it's a way to make different connections? And with that, how can students see that with problem solving, it's making connections and being cross-curricular? Instead of asking the question, what's the best problem solving method? We should be asking, how can problem-solving tools help in all classrooms? How can it help students in every class that they go in, whether it be math, science, social studies, English, PE class, health class, computer class? They're going to come across a problem in any class that they go to. So how can they take a problem-solving strategy, make the connection that it can be used in any classroom? And then outside of the 4 walls of a classroom, how can we look at different problem solving strategies and apply it to students' real life and help them see that problem solving strategies are just a form of thinking? How can they use problem solving strategies when they're trying to decide what college they want to go to, between different job offers, between different issues that they have that come up in their life? How can these problem-solving strategies help them? And then finally, the most important thing I feel like that's with problem solving with students is helping them find a focus, helping them look at a big picture and focus in on what is the most important information. For a first, second, and third grader, it could be deciding whether that math problem is asking them to add, subtract, multiply, and divide. For a middle schooler, it could be what is the best data I need to collect and how should I collect the data for the science experiment. For a high schooler, it could be making a table to help them figure out what college they should go to. But then for adults, what is the focus? What is the purpose of my job? And how can I do it to the best of my ability? So with problem solving, instead of just looking at different check marks, different boxes that they can check off that they've done, how can we look at problem solving as a way for students to make connections to solving problems in class, outside of class, and finding that focus in their real life?